everyone, well today we are talking about fat loss and I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you lose fat sustainably. So we know that for some people losing fat is quite a challenge. Okay, a lot of people will struggle with this, and we also know that there are hundreds of ways that we could choose to incorporate into our lifestyle to lose fat, but some are more sustainable than others. So today I'm going to give you my 5 proven tips to help you lose fat sustainably. So let's get started. Number 1, set your mind right. Get your mindset into the right perspective for fat loss. This means seeing fat loss as a positive in your life and setting compelling goals. If you set out on your fat loss journey with the mindset that it's going to be tough, that you're always going to be hungry, that it's going to be detrimental to your life, then there is a good chance this is not the right goal for you. And even if it is the right goal, if that's your attitude when you start, you are setting yourself up for failure. So set yourself up with a positive mindset, with a view to succeed with fat loss, and the rest of the steps will come easier. When you're setting goals, make sure you know where your end point is. What direction do you want to go in? Make it something compelling that is important to you. So you might want to drop 5 or 10 pounds. That might seem like a great goal for you, but how much do you care about that? Because when you're invited out for a social occasion, for a meal, you're going to have to decide if going for that meal is part of your plan or not. What decisions will you make when you're out on that meal? And how important is that to you? So if you want to have a long, healthy life and fat loss is going to be part of that, what will it allow you to do? Will it allow you to play with your kids, keep up with your grandkids? Is it going to give you the confidence to go for a new job? Is it just going to help you feel that much better about yourself that you're going to then start doing better things for yourself? When you're setting up goals, think about the big picture. What is fat loss going to allow you to do in the future? Then set yourself up with smaller time-based goals. Think about 30, 60 and 90-day goals to give yourself little stop points, and make sure you celebrate throughout those every time you hit each milestone. This is going to give you the momentum to continue your journey to get where you want to go and beyond. Number 2, track your food intake. What are you eating? This is important when we are looking at energy balance. Fat loss comes about when we create a calorie deficit, i.e. not enough calories to sustain your current weight. Therefore, your body needs to dip into your stored energy, i.e. your fat cells, to fuel your body for the day. Learning to track your food intake can be done in different ways. You can use a calorie tracker. You can look at portion sizes on your plate. Both methods work really well. Choose one, give it a go. Educate yourself on the composition of your meals. So what does your meal need to look like? What results do you get from that? Track your progress with your weight, strength, energy, and this will give you the information you need to understand what dietary changes you need to make. You may even notice when you start to track your food that you make some intuitive changes based on bringing awareness to what you're eating. You may get your first few pounds of fat loss just from this alone. Number 3, start doing strength training. So often when we talk about a fat loss journey, we are looking to lose body fat, not just total body weight. We want the weight loss to come from our excess body fat and not from our muscles. The importance of strength training for your fat loss journey is to keep hold of the muscle that you've already got and maybe even build more. This is going to give you strength, energy, it's going to create the body shape that you might want, and tells your body that because we're using muscles by lifting heavy things on a regular basis, that your body's muscles are not fair game for energy. This way your body knows it needs to keep hold of your muscles and that any energy required needs to come from your stored energy in your fat cells. This is why we talk about a fat loss journey rather than a weight loss journey. And of course, strength training is not just for fat loss. It's super important for your overall health. You want to be strong, if you want to get yourself in and out of a chair, on and off the toilet when you're 80 years old, strength training is something you need to be focusing on. Number 4, get moving. I'm not just talking about your strength training, and I'm not talking about doing hours and hours of cardio. Did you know that walking is the #1 exercise that will help increase your life expectancy? The thing about walking is that unlike higher intensity activities like cycling, running, HIIT classes, walking is low impact. You can do a lot of it without driving up your appetite. So on a fat loss journey, the last thing we want to do is increase your hunger levels, especially when you're in a calorie deficit. So doing activities like a lot of HIIT, high intensity cardio, heavy cycling doesn't burn as many calories as you think. However, it can disproportionately increase hunger in some people. Not very helpful when you're trying to get into a calorie deficit. Focus on walking for 20 minutes per day if you're not already doing this. As a bonus, get 10 to 15 minutes of this walking outdoors in daylight hours. This will help regulate your sleep hormones as well. Which brings me on to our final point, tip number 5, prioritize sleep. Now I know this might sound strange, because on a fat loss journey you'll often find yourself wanting to expend more energy, because ultimately if we consume less energy than what we expend, we will lose body fat. However, this doesn't mean we need to be on the go all the time, and sleep is so important to regulate your appetite, to rest and recover from your training, and to help you make good decisions throughout the day. Did you know that getting your 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night will massively help you regulate your hunger hormones ghrelin? Sleep deprivation drives this hunger hormone right up, making you hungrier and less able to make good decisions. Have you noticed that when you've had a bad night's sleep, you've wanted more cakes, biscuits, crisps? This is because your body wants extra energy, because your hunger hormones are high and your decision-making skills are poor due to sleep deprivation. Getting a great night's sleep as often as you can is going to maximize your fat loss potential and give you sustainable results. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, subscribe and comment below which one of these tips did you find most helpful.